You're watching MMA with Yac and J right here on BrawlersTV.com. I'm the Yak Man, Ron Yacovetti. Joining me as always, my co-host, Mr. Randy J.
What's going on?
And we're very lucky today. We're being joined by a guy you've seen as host of The Human Weapon. Coming up in a couple things he's going to tell us about.
He's going to be on Pimping While Empty. I think it's called Pimping on Empty, something like that. And MMA Legacy, two different things.
Anything successful he has going on, we're here to
Anything
mess
that I
up
can
the
screw
title
up
of.
in the words,
because that's what we're going to do.
He's going to be doing that. Okay?
Yeah, this is where his career goes down, right here.
So we introduced Jason Chambers. Jason, how we doing, man?
You guys should have some like audio dubbed in claps, like the cheers shows used to, like the audience. Right now it kind of has that creepy To Catch a Predator vibe, so let's work on that.
Yeah, like Dateline right now, or whatever it is. Like, I'm 14 right now.
So you knew she was 11.
just have a seat.
Come have a cookie.
Exactly how I was here.
Seat.
James, good. Just have a seat.
Yeah, have a cookie.
Have
He
a
always
seat.
offers a cookie for some reason.
It's psychological. It depends on, you go for the black cookie or the white cookie. That's
It's like the Matrix. It's
exactly what it is.
want.
That's the dream you want.
How we
to wake
doing,
up
man?
and
Everything good?
Everything's good.
So you got things going on. You just finished a fight. You got movies happening. What's up?
So far, so good. Yeah, I just had my first fight in Chicago at the Total Fight Challenge, September 20th. I hadn't fought in, almost over a year and a half since the Human Weapon show picked up. So I really wanted to see how that Taekwondo works in the ring. And
Did you learn a lot from that show?
yeah, I learned that you can get malaria overseas. So I decided that, it was fun.
Do we even ask you how you got that?
Malaria?
Yeah, you know what, it was
It
totally...
wasn't from cookies.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't cookies. It was totally haphazard. I was actually in Japan to fight in Deep, and I was on MMA TV on the Underground forums, and I saw a link to a website that was looking for something vague about a host that can do martial arts but be competitive at it and have good camera presence. So I just forwarded it to my agent. I was like, what is this? Because it looks kind of like so generic, and they got some info on it, and they tried to say, forget it, don't do it. So a week later, Drew Fickett is staying at my house. He's like, hey, I found this thing. I'm going to submit a tape before I go. It's called Human Weapon. He goes, yeah. So, and who's better than Drew Fickett to be on a show like that? Holy crap.
Drew Fickett is hilarious. He's a good fighter, but he is hilarious.
He's
out of control.
He is. He just had a little baby, too, about a month. On my fight. He had
Congratulations.
Mr. Fickett, congratulations. I actually had breakfast with him in London after a cage rage event, and he would have me laughing at 6 o'clock in the morning with no sleep. Funny guy.
Yeah, Drew's awesome. Drew's one of the few people that whenever I have him in my car, my premium goes up. I mean, it's pretty out of control.
So how long did you do Human Weapon?
We shot the pilot, actually. I'm just going back. So I went to the audition and just booked like a regular job. But I went to we did the pilot in Thailand, and then we didn't hear anything for like 8 months. They cut the pilot, and they brought it to the network, and everybody loved it, but they had to recut it and do all this stuff. And then I just about 7 months later, and then they called us, and they're like, hey, so you want to come to Tennessee, which is where the production studios was located, and went down there. And they're like, yeah, they want to order 13 episodes, but we had to kind of crank them out really quick. We had to do we were overseas for a month at a time, back for 2 weeks, overseas for a month. I think we did a total of 15 or 16 episodes, and they cut together some high level.
But for some of us, I know I met you in person after I had already seen the show. And I liked the show, and I told you that I meant it sincerely. What was one of the things you hoped would come out of that show, like what people would get from it?
Well, what was going into it was kind of cool was I had a traditional martial arts background. I did judo and kung fu and stuff growing up, and then I have the MMA side. So I thought what was cool about the show was that it kind of bridged the gap because it had some of it from the traditional side, because all the arts we were doing were traditional, but I was kind of looking at them through like a cage fighter or mixed martial artist standpoint. One of the things I thought was cool is that it kind of opened my eyes to what martial arts is on a grander scale, because doing MMA we've seen the sport refined, so we kind of get into the mind frame that okay, now we know what the best of everything is, and it is the best. I mean, Muythai probably is the best, judo is probably good, wrestling is probably the best for takedowns, but it's within like those certain parameters. So when I went to like Israel and stuff, and we did Krav Maga, and it make you think about, oh wow, yeah, that's how you can deal with two people or having to protect you and get this guy out of this room.
How to fight a dog.
Or how to fight a dog. We fought a lot. I fought a few dogs out here. This is LA, man. You can go to the clubs, couple drinks.
No, I mean, the funny thing is that everybody knows you now as a mixed martial arts person. But you didn't originally start.
No, we pulled the wool over their eyes, didn't we? No.
No, I'm saying, you didn't come out to LA to originally be known as a mixed martial artist.
I wanted to do adult films.
That's nice.
No, I really did.
Did you really?
No.
I was just going to say, that was absolutely
That
bad.
was fantastic.
Oddly enough, you could have used the same title, The Human Weapon.
Yeah, that's right.
On that note, we'll continue this segment in a little bit. Right now, you're just watching MMA with Yac and J on BrawlersTV.com.
Watch part 2.